why is the internet exploding with whispers linking Taraji P to Ime Udoka, pulling Nia Long's Ime Udoka into claims that Taraji P could be pregnant? Didn't she promise she was done with this?
Pregnant yet, but in the future.
No, we're done.
But let's be real. If even a fragment of this turned out to be true, the fallout would demolish expectations from every possible angle to start with. Nobody has forgotten the explosive Empire set tension where Taraji and Nia Long clashed in plain sight, so the idea of Taraji circling back to her ex, knowing exactly what he put Nia through, feels borderline reckless. Why would Taraji even entertain that level of disorder from a mile away? Let alone up close, she's been guarding her peace, moving independently, keeping her distance, and truthfully, she deserves far better than a man whose name now rings like a siren for scandal and public ruin.
You know, I had a really public breakup recently. It was a wake-up call for me in the sense of like, okay, you're gonna do this on your own and you're gonna be fine.
Right.
And you're not gonna worry about what anyone thinks and has to say, because the relationship was rocky for a very long time. So, because I don't believe another person can break anyone up.
Right.
Like, I don't buy that.
No matter how you flip it. People swear the signs were hiding in plain sight the entire time, so let's pause the noise and actually break this down carefully. Alright, so the murmurs about Taraji and EA really took off after a behind-the-scenes promo clip, now mysteriously gone, made its rounds in that video. Taraji looked radiant, laughing freely, casually placing a hand over her stomach while cracking jokes about tiny surprises naturally. The internet sprinted with it, concluding she must be pregnant. And without hesitation, they labeled EA as the supposed father simply because both were allegedly in Houston for separate projects during the exact same week. The jump is outrageous. But online sleuths insist Hollywood thrives on shock value, and on the other side, many are calling this storyline pure chaos bait, especially given Nia's complicated history with both Taraji and EA. Let's be honest, her split from EA was nothing short of devastating back in 2022. Nia was blindsided when headlines revealed EA had been unfaithful, and the cruelest twist? She learned the truth alongside the rest of the public reports claimed EA crossed boundaries with a woman employed by the Boston Celtics while still serving as head coach. Things spiraled fast as whispers grew that Ime Udoka had been involved with multiple women tied to the organization during his tenure, but the connection that consumed headlines centered on Kathleen Lynch. What hurt Nia the most was realizing EA saw the storm approaching and still stayed silent. He never warned her, never offered even a shred of courtesy. She later spoke about the agony of being blindsided not only by EA, but by executives and insiders who allegedly knew for months, and to deepen the wound, Nia had moved to Boston just 2 weeks before the scandal erupted, adding salt to the injury. Kathleen was reportedly involved in coordinating Nia's travel. The audacity. Truly, it's believed Kathleen knew exactly who Nia was, possibly even tracking her presence around EA, giving her room to strategically plan her own time with him. Shortly after everything became public, the NBA team announced EA's suspension, yet while EA faced consequences, Kathleen faced none. She wasn't disciplined, she wasn't even named. EA eventually released a statement saying, "I want to apologize to our players, fans, the entire Celtics organization, and my family for letting them down. I'm sorry for putting the team in this difficult position, and I accept their decision out of respect for everyone involved. I will not comment further." With Kathleen's identity shielded, online investigators dug deep and uncovered she was a devout Mormon, married with 3 children, and closely linked to former Celtics executive Danny A, who helped secure her position. Danny A, also Mormon, reportedly shared family connections through Brigham Young University, where Kathleen studied alongside his daughter. People also learned she graduated in 2011 and later joined the Celtics under A, who oversaw basketball operations at the time. Allegedly, A became aware of the affair in the summer of 2021 and chose silence. Even more shocking, Kathleen was later spotted wearing both her wedding and engagement rings months after the scandal broke, implying her marriage survived while Nia's world collapsed. Meanwhile, the Celtics organization appeared to shield Kathleen at every turn, even hiring a law firm months before the story surfaced to quietly investigate EA after the breakup. Nia revealed to The Cut that she and EA's son, Kez, were struggling profoundly from the fallout. She said the Celtics chose to expose her family's private pain, and she still couldn't understand why it wasn't handled privately. She suggested fear-fueled reckless decisions, and added the ordeal revealed a strength she never knew she possessed. Yet, despite moving swiftly to go public, the Celtics deliberately protected Kathleen's name, which felt deeply grimy. Safeguarding one woman while sacrificing another raised serious concerns with many pointing to racial undertones. Nia later told The Hollywood Reporter that no one from the organization ever checked on her or her child. She said, "If you claim to protect women, No one from the Celtics even asked if I or my son were okay. She described the most painful moment as watching her son's face when an intensely personal matter became public on top of that. Nia shared frustration over how society responds to white women's tears versus black women's pain. Amplifying a clip of Dr. Yaba Blee. Discussing this imbalance on the We Can Do Hard Things podcast, Dr. Yaba explained that black women can cry openly and be ignored, while a white woman's tears can freeze the world, demanding immediate empathy and protection.
By white tears. Most of us are moved by white tears because we don't actually think they're real. It's a performance. It's a switch that you turn on because you know that we have been socialized to see you as more human and of more value. So whatever it is you think and whatever it is you feel, we are supposed to respond to it. Y'all don't respond to black women crying the same way. Nobody does.
When you stack everything Nia endured with Ie, it suddenly clicks why people insist Taraji should know better than to even flirt with a man wrapped in that kind of wreckage, and layered on top of that history is the unresolved tension between Taraji and Nia Long, still simmering just beneath the surface. Alright, let's rewind and trace how that drama actually unfolded. Nia stepped into Empire during Season 3 with a recurring role as Lucius Lyon's former love, right as his storyline curved back toward Taraji's legendary character, Cookie, but her time on the show ended almost as quickly as it began, and according to insiders, it wasn't some random creative decision. Sources claim it had everything to do with how Nia moved behind the scenes during production. Word is the hair and makeup department filed a formal complaint against Nia Long, something they had never done before. Despite years of hosting countless guest stars, allegedly, she was habitually late to set, sometimes leaving her co-stars sitting around for 30 minutes or longer, and when Nia didn't arrive on time, production would bring in a stand-in so Taraji and Terrence Howard could at least rehearse their scenes eventually. The frustration hit a boiling point on one especially tense day when Nia showed up late yet again. Someone on set reportedly asked why she was always running on black people time. That comment ignited everything. Tensions exploded so intensely that Taraji stepped in and directly asked Nia why she was so angry, even making a sharp remark about her possibly being on her period. Yeah, that moment hit like a grenade from there. The relationship between Taraji and Nia was essentially over, according to reports. The real issue underneath it all was ego. Both women were seasoned veterans, both undeniable powerhouses, and both expected to dominate the room, one source told E! News that while things cooled slightly toward the end of the season, the truth was unavoidable. Both actresses wanted to be the star, and unfortunately for Nia, Taraji was the star of Empire. And that reality was never up for debate. Nia reportedly arrived with her own creative vision, and production had zero interest in shifting gears. Tensions allegedly escalated so badly that producers even explored ways to film their shared scenes separately. But here's the part most people overlook: this friction may have started long before Empire ever entered the picture. Allegedly, Nia had made pointed comments about Taraji years earlier, questioning her rise and suggesting she hadn't earned the opportunities coming her way. So by the time Nia landed the role on Empire, Taraji and the crew, many of whom were fiercely loyal to her, already felt a certain way, and that could explain why Nia never received a proper send-off. Typically, when a guest star finishes their final scene, the assistant director announces it so the cast and crew can applaud and say goodbye. That moment never came for Nia officially. It was blamed on the assistant director being distracted while helping Terrence Howard deal with an allergic reaction and scrambling for Benadryl, but Nia reportedly left the set furious and even threatened legal action, claiming that goodbye acknowledgement was written into her contract. Whether the assistant director was truly distracted or simply uninterested remains unclear, but given the existing complaints, many believe the crew just didn't feel compelled to honor her. Now imagine how volatile it would be if Taraji were suddenly linked romantically to the very man who caused Nia her deepest pain personally. I believe Taraji is somewhere protecting her peace and avoiding that exact brand of destruction, because there's no universe where she knowingly walks into that fire unless there's something none of us know, child, until I see an unedited photo or hear a direct word from either Taraji or Ie. I can't say with certainty that anything romantic is unfolding, but either way, I definitely want to know what you think about this alleged situation, so drop your thoughts in the comments below.